Now, let me just say, this potentially should be a foil video because I'm definitely adding fuel to the fire with the return of Leman Russ and all the hype about the Space Wolves. But I've heard something. I've heard something deep in the whispers of the warp, and it's all about the sons of Leman Russ and potentially them get involved in a massive narrative for Warhammer 40,000. So let's jump in and let's get waffling. Now, if we look what we currently have during the narrative of 10th edition, we have the Segmentum Pacificus consumed by flame and death. The fourth tyrannic war is here. The Imperial forces are doing their best to hold back the tyrannid foes, even though it's not really the main narrative in 10th edition. It's all aimed at the Prior Nexus at this moment in time. I'm sure we're going to go back to that Segmentum Pacificus, and I'm sure we're going to be fighting against more NIDs in future narratives. Now, what I really want to focus on is the next big narrative. Yes, I'm talking about 11th edition. And before someone starts typing away in the comments, why are you talking about 11th edition, Valrak? We're still in 10th edition. I know, right? I absolutely get you. We're still 2 to 3 years away, probably, from the announcement of 11th edition, but I'm just passing on the whispers in my mind. It's driving me insane. I need to get them out there. Now, with the Imperium engaged in the Segmentum Pacificus, fighting the Tyranids at the Nachman Gauntlet, right, fighting Chaos, in the Prior Nexus, fighting the Necrons and Vashtor forces, there's one race which I'm hearing is going to take advantage of all of this, and you bet your bottom dollar it's the big boys, it's the Orks themselves. This is the perfect time for them to strike, and I really believe this. I actually want this to happen because I'm a huge fan of Orks. So when you have Gazskull, you know, getting all his war up, getting all his boys, get them all together, I've always said the Orks are probably one of the biggest threats, if not the biggest threat, in the galaxy. And with the Imperium looking the other way, it's time for the Orks to come in and start smashing away. And who is going to confront the Orks? Who is going to stop the Orks, you say? It's none other than the sons of Russ themselves. We know Space Wolves and Orks have a massive history of fighting each other, butchering each other and stuff like that. And this is what I'm hearing now in 11th edition is going to be the main focus. I'm hoping all this history. I'm hoping I'm not being, you know, a fish on the line at this, because it sounds absolutely fantastic, because the potential of where you can go with these stories is massive. Again, I spoke about this the other day about Yarrick. Apparently Yarrick is still alive. I'm going to do a video on Yarrick sometime this week and go fully into that. But you can have a second invasion, or should we, a second invasion, a fourth war of Armageddon. We've had 3 already. The first one was retconned. We've had 2 Orc ones, and maybe the fourth one is finally when the Orcs take over Armageddon, supplant themselves, and start rebuilding their empire. For people who don't know, Armageddon is Ullanor. It is the home world of the Orcs. That's why they're drawn to it so much. That's why they want to retake it. So maybe, just maybe, we could see like conflicts, like a narrative around Armageddon again. The Black Templars get involved. Unleash the Black Templars once more. Grimaldus, I will die on this world. Maybe you will die this time, Grimaldus, on this world. So many awesome possibilities when you add Orcs into the mix of the narrative setting. And I think this is how potentially they're gonna do the Space Wolf refresh. Just like we had in 9th edition, where we got like a brand new Azrael model, and then we got a Lionel Johnson model at the end of 9th edition, and then into 10th edition, we got the refresh of the Dark Angels. Maybe towards the end of 10th, we're gonna get like, maybe like a new Beyond Dreadnought model or something like that, which again was kind of teased with that emoji thing we talk about on Foil Friday and stuff. Maybe they'll introduce Leman Russ as a returned Primarch, and then in 11th edition, the Space Wolves get that refresh. Like, I've been hearing about potential Blood Angels, Dark Angels, and Space Wolf refresh for what, going on 4 or 5 years now. Back in 9th edition, I didn't want to believe it. I believe it now, right? Back in 9th edition, the rumors were saying to me, during 10th, you got to get Dark Angels, Blood Angels, and Space Wolves getting that refresh. And I was like, no way. Even as a Space Marine fanboy, I could not see GW doing 3 big chapters like that in 1 edition. We've already had the Dark Angel refresh, yeah, not fully because the Raven Wing's not out there, but we've had the Death Wing. The Blood Angels are about to get a refresh this summer or towards the end of summer. And if that happens, that's 2 out of 3, right? We only need the Space Wolves for a full house then. So if that Blood Angel stuff does happen, then I think it is absolutely game on. We are going to be getting something massive for the Space Wolves and potentially leading something big into that 11th edition narrative. Am I insane even going this far? Yes, probably I am, but it excites me. It gets me absolutely giddy thinking about the potential of the Orks being this next big threat, especially against the Space Wolves themselves, because that could bring in Leman Russ, you know, the end times, let's say, the Orks unleashing this huge war on the galaxy. Maybe Armageddon does fall. Maybe Fenris comes under siege from the Orks themselves, and this is what brings back Leman Russ, because you've got Gilliman, who's got his hands full fighting against the Chaos Forces. The Lion at this moment in time, he's doing his own thing. He's fighting against the Tyranids in the Dark Angel Codex. I did a video on that and stuff. So maybe we need someone on the Orc front, and that would be perfect for Leman Russ, you know, the beast killer himself, the executioner of the Emperor, to return and unleash his ferocity on the Green War. As always, I would love to get your thoughts and feedback on this. What do you think possibly of the narrative shifting towards the Orks for 11th edition? Gadskull hitting back against the Imperium, unleashing his huge war upon the galaxy and turning it green, right? Leman Russ potentially coming back to help the Imperium. Brand new Space Wolf refresh. Well, I'm sure a lot of Space Wolves will want a brand new Space Wolf refresh no matter who is in the narrative at all. But it does sound cool. It does sound amazing. As I've always stated, my best faction to play against is the Orks. They're so brutal, they're so fun, they're so crazy. I love everything about the Orcs. So if this does happen, I think 11th edition narrative is going to be an absolute stunning place to unleash your 40k armies. Well, that depends on the rules, I probably guess, and you know, that's a whole different debate about Warhammer 40,000 and its rules. But hey, I just thought I'd talk about this, share my excitement, talk about the potential of Gadskull, Space Wolves, refreshes, Leman Russ, all the stuff. Again, this should be a foil video. I'm sorry, right? It's not insane, but please take everything you've heard with a pinch of salt, because rumors are rumors, and all rumors, as I like to say, are lies. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, post it down below, and I'll have a nice little chin wag down there as we always do. See ya. Have a great day, and bye-bye.